Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
And go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Board Game Snobs. And it's not Jerry this time doing the intro. It's me, your favorite mascot, Enrique. And with me today is Gabi.
Hello there.
And it's only us two today, so that should be exciting.
It's interesting.
It'll be less banter in this section.
It's not, we don't know. We'll see what happens.
Gabi, let's not lie. It's you two that always do the banter while I sit in my corner taking nap times and eating my nuggets.
Well,
okay?
That's because you're disengaged because you don't feel the weight of having to carry the show.
Yeah.
So now you have to carry the show.
Yeah, which is going to be detrimental. This is how we fall. We let Enrique take the wheel. It's going downhill. We're screwed.
No, look at that. You're already rhyming. Take the wheel, go downhill. It's good stuff.
That's only a one-time thing. It won't happen ever again.
So what have you been up to? I told you to save it. Enrique walks in. He's like, so what have you been up to? I said, save it for the show. Any communication between us needs to be recorded.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't been really doing anything today. I decided to just sleep in and decided to clean my car, which I now realize I really need to learn how to properly clean my car. I don't clean it as well as
You talking inside, outside, or both?
Both. It's like
inside, out, inside peanut butter, outside jelly.
Every time I clean the exterior of my car, I always see smudges. Even though I rinsed it and soaped it and everything, I don't know what I'm doing.
Smudges? Like
soap smudges.
Oh.
I think what I'm doing wrong is that I'm deciding to do this while we're in literally the hottest season.
It's evaporating as soon as you put it on there.
Yeah, basically. And I don't even see it once I start rinsing it. It's like it's gone. It's like, where's the soap? But no, I need to learn how to properly clean my car in that way.
Yeah, you definitely need some shade because if you're soaping it up before you can rinse it, it probably needs a good rinsing. But I don't know. I don't wash my car by hand anymore. Those days are behind me.
No, like I have a pressure washer and everything. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 31 psi. So I can do it myself and all for the most part.
Do you do it like shirtless? Like you see in the movies?
Yes, I actually do it
Very nice.
shirtless. I need to work on my chest. So
does anybody drive by slowly and glance at you?
No, my pecs aren't that popping.
Your pecs ain't popping?
They flopping.
See, look at you. You're doing fantastic. You're doing better than me.
Yeah.
You're keeping it rolling.
I'm trying to.
That's good.
I even have, if I get something to drink though, I might be popping
I offered it to you earlier and you said you've only eaten nuggets.
I know.
You're driving home.
Yes, I am.
But a small sip won't hurt you.
Probably, but we're not going to risk that.
Okay.
I'd rather not.
I don't want to be the one that plied you with alcohol and then for some rando reason, like you got a tail light out, pulls you over, smells whiskey on your breath, puts you in handcuffs.
You
end up in jail.
I'm just looking at the officer with my glasses down. It's like, officer, I've not had nothing to drink, sir.
You just had a little sip.
It's just a little sip, sir. It's not like I was going 80 miles per hour. Son, you were. Oh.
You don't speed, do you?
A little bit. Just only like 5 miles over the speed limit.
Okay, well, that's acceptable.
Yeah, just enough where I can slow it down. So
a deadly speed would not be good.
No.
When I first got my license as a young man, at the wee age of 16, I used to fly everywhere. I was foolish.
Yeah. I
never caused a wreck. I was in 2 wrecks though. Within me getting, I think it was just months after I got my license, I was turning left in town, and this old man who was high on whatever drugs old people are high on just had a big Ford F-150 and just smashed into the back of my little Hyundai Excel. Well, it wasn't mine, it's mom and dad's. Like when Hyundais first came out way back in the day. It was a standard, only had 3 gears. It would like max out at like 55 miles an hour. Anyway, it basically destroyed the whole vehicle.
Dang.
And yeah, because he didn't, I don't know, he didn't see me turning. He was, I don't know what happened to him. He was, and I remember him getting down. He's like, oh, sorry. I was like, what happened? Oh, I don't know. I looked up and you were stopped. So
I almost had a similar experience with that, where I was just at a stoplight and it turned green, and I was about to start. I started moving forward. Luckily, I had Sierra with me, and she said, "Enrique, stop!" Immediately stop. I immediately see this 1500 Ford pickup just appear in front of me. It's like, where did that thing come from? He was right there. I didn't see him. And he was like quite literally in my blind spot in front of me, where that just pillar of the frame on your driver, just on your left side, he was perfectly hidden behind that, and I didn't see him.
That's why you always do a double, if not triple take.
Yeah. And I didn't decide to like move up forward or not, like didn't decide to move my head to see if anyone was coming, but luckily Sierra was with me that night.
How fast was it in town?
It was in town, but we were all like stopped for the most part.
Okay. Well,
and
at least it wouldn't have been tragic. I mean,
like I was just now going.
Okay.
I wasn't even like 5 miles, 10 miles per hour as soon as I started moving. But he got real close to me, real close.
And something else you need to do is anytime you go up to a stoplight that's like, a four-way stoplight, and that cross traffic is, at full speed, anytime it turns green on your side, don't go. Give yourself 2 or 3 seconds to check both ways, because folks be running them red lights, trying to make it real quick. And I've seen it happen. And they'll smash right into a car that, they're trying to make the light, but it turns green, and the person just sit there, just takes off without even looking, and smash.
Yeah.
Word of caution.
But yeah, that almost happened to me, and then 3 other times where God has tested my vehicle and my self-awareness. And it was like the first time I got my car, I've been like not even a day after I've been tested. Like as soon as I got that car, I've been tested.
How so?
Where was I? I was going home. That's what it was. And that S curve right down to my home?
Yep.
Where if you are going downhill to my house, well, I was coming up to that hill, and I know that hill is like a blind spot. The only way I am able to ever actually see anyone coming from that corner is if they're already at the peak of the hill, or I'm coming down to it.
Yeah.
But once you're turning, you can't see no one. And I was turning into it, and I decided to slow down because I knew someone idiotic would take an entire lane.
That's your home turf.
Someone would take an entire lane, and guess what? I was right.
You were right.
It was some yellow little car taking up the entire lane.
Clarified that.
And he was able to see me where he could just quickly turn, get on his side. And
people like to cut them. They like to straighten out them curves is what they like to do. So they'll just, get in the other lane and just make it like more straight for them, which is extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't do that, people. Don't do it. That's coming from a professional truck driver, in case some people didn't know that.
And I've only been driving for a couple months, so this is valuable information. 26, by the way, almost 27. This is a very sad person.
You're almost 27?
I'm almost 27. I literally just need like a couple.
When you turn 30, Paige is turning 30 this year.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You'll be turning 30 not too long from now. That's going to be I already feel old.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I won't get a house until 40, still living with my parents.
You don't know.
I don't know, guys.
You don't know the future.
Who knows?
You might have you a woman and a house and 3 kids in 5 years.
Gabi,
what would you do?
I'm almost 27, still living with my parents, and I just now got a car.
I mean, maybe things will accelerate from here.
I don't know. What will my pets start popping?
Will your pets start popping? Yeah.
Will I finally get a 6-pack?
That's how you know. When you get out there and start washing your car and cars start slowing down, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm on track.
Oh, fun. But I don't know. Who knows?
Well, yeah, I haven't been up to much either. I have engaged in watching YouTube a lot more. I'm like the kids these days.
Why?
Because I generally I have like shows up, and I still do. But I just watching tons and tons and tons of YouTube podcasting is where it started.
Mhm.
I watch all these podcasts on YouTube. And then I stumbled across these, like, me and Gina always like travel shows and eating shows, or traveling and eating at the same time. That's where it started. Before we went on our cruise, Gina wanted to know about the ship and how it, and there's people that it's amazing that YouTube literally has any question you want to ask Google, you can just ask it to YouTube and somebody will just show it a video to you.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
So like show us I think we took the Symphony of the Seas was our boat. She's like, I wonder what if there's anybody's got a video on it. Of course they do. There's 1,000 videos because people are cruise bloggers, vloggers, whatever, video vlog. Shout out to the Discord, the vlogs. Keep them coming.
Mm-hmm. Like,
you haven't vlogged yet.
No, I have not vlogged.
But anyway, real quick, back to YouTube. So we just started watching all these travel guys doing all these cruise videos. You can do this, you can do that. Go to here on the boat, go to there on the boat. Try this place out. Try, just all trying to get an itinerary in our mind so that we don't just get on this massive cruise ship and just get overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was excellent. It's excellent. And it's incredible. So then from there was another couple that took that same boat. And so I just like clicked on their channel and they're extremely dorky. And like the first time I watched them, I'm like, oh God, they're dorky. Like they are.
I think all people who travel a lot are sometimes dorky, just a little bit. They're quirky.
I wish I was quirky. I
don't even think it's quirkiness. I think it's just a lot of energy.
Well, you'd have to have it.
Yeah.
Traveling is difficult. I hate it. I want to just be there. And we've had this discussion before, but I don't want to go to the airport, 2 hours beforehand, wait, get on the plane, worry that, my life is going to perish because the plane, plummets to the ground, get off the plane, get your luggage. It's just, it's awful.
For me, I think what it is that we're so worried about starting from point A and trying to get to point B and nothing in between.
Well, you're supposed to cherish the journey.
Yeah, and that's what you should do. I like traveling.
Because everything builds character, they say.
Yeah. Like, for me, I like traveling.
How so? I don't know.
Like,
I guess it's I've been through this before. I know how to handle these things now.
I feel like I would want to do a cruise one day. Just do that.
They're nice.
They are nice. And I would love to do one.
And that's one reason I like a cruise is because I just get in my car and I drive to Galveston. I don't have to go to the airport. I don't have to do nothing weird. I don't have to be around a bunch of weird people, except on the cruise.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in my car, my place of comfort.
Yeah.
Not in an airport terminal. I just despise flying.
Yeah.
But
why do you just not like flying?
It terrifies me.
Why?
9/11.
9/11? I don't know, Gabby. It's like...
How old were you at 9/11? Were you born at 9/11?
Yes. Well, no. I was like, what, 1?
You were a zygote?
No, I was like 1. It was 2001, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like 1, 2 at that time.
You were 1, 2 instead of 6, 7?
No. It happened September. I was 2.
What year were you born?
1999.
Okay.
I was 2, though. I know that for a fact.
You were 2 years old.
Yeah, I was 2.
So you don't have any, it had zero impact on you.
No.
So the thing is, I was, let's see, in the year 2000, I was 2 years into my marriage, not at the actual point of 9/11 because our anniversary is in November and 9/11 happened in September. And so 2 months away from my second anniversary. And a friend of mine had just came down like a couple weeks before and we went to a Aerosmith concert in Dallas. And it was amazing. Aerosmith's like one of my, what's that term for these holy grail games? When people they find this game they've been wanting to play for a long time and it's like this hard to find game. It's like, it's a whole, they call it or maybe just grail.
No,
Anyway,
it's Holy Grail.
Is it Holy Grail?
Yeah. For the most part, if it's like just a game that you've not seen in a while.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find. Nobody has it.
Yeah, I think it's mainly just a Holy Grail game. But for
And
the most part.
Aerosmith was that for me in for bands. So I finally got to see Aerosmith. And then like 2 weeks after he, flew home, I just so clearly everything. Anyway. So 9/11 happens. And yeah, I was a young man. I was 23, working in the offices there in Dallas, and watched it happen live on TV. It's a little scarring.
I wish I could get into concerts. I never got into concerts. I've never, I'm serious, Gabby.
Yeah.
I've never been at an actual concert.
You should go to a concert. They're amazing. But first of all, you need
a band.
You need a band that you really enjoy.
Or a singer or someone.
Or if you're not into concerts, just go to some live music somewhere.
Well, what they have here at Paris?
Sure.
And I've been to those. Those are fun.
Where?
At the square and the downtown.
Oh, yeah. We have every June, they have 4 weeks of concerts on the square. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. It's relaxing.
It's really okay. So yeah, there's where it veers, because here we're just going out. Everybody has these lawn chairs. Paris, Texas, every summer they have this June concert sesh. And so every Thursday, everybody goes to the square, and it's, a community event. It's nice. It reminds me of retro Americana 50s when, people used to get, at least, retrospectively, I don't think they did, but perhaps they did. I don't know. I didn't live back then. But it's everybody kind of gets, oh, hey, Tim, hey, Bob, how y'all doing? How's the kids? And, you go to different concession stands and talk to Mary and ask her how the baby is and get you a beer and go have a seat and listen to some music. It's nice. And then, of course, there's a group of, you can meet up with your group of friends and all this stuff, which is your sister's really a driving force in that. Your sister is really into it. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that, because I myself, I'm one that if it was up to me, I don't want to go again, because I'm not into large crowds and being uncomfortable, because it's in June in Texas. So it's hot.
I guess it's not too bad, I guess, but I think I'm just used to the heat for the most part.
Well, he might be, but for me, it's very uncomfortable. And so then now, and it's gotten more popular as time has gone by. And so it's getting harder and harder to have spots for you and all your friends.
For me, I'm not worried about the spots as long as I can just roam about and eventually find a spot, even if it's not like a premium spot, where you can just have a lawn chair and sit down.
Yeah.
If I can just sit on the water fountain up there,
right? Well, I mean, yeah, because the sound is so loud. There's not really a bad spot unless you want to see something. And don't get me wrong. I mean, they have local act might open for it, and then this somewhat even not a local act, but an act that's been in the area. And then they'll have somebody that's a cover band, or then they have some legit people that show up. I forget the guy that showed up this year. He's an old country guy. Don't get me wrong. It's kind of has-beens, old has-beens, or people that just, aren't popular anymore.
There was one girl that was there that Stanley was talking about.
Well, this year, the final show was a Maroon 5 cover band.
Oh.
Now, when I first heard that, I'm like, oh my God.
I haven't heard.
Because in my brain, I'm thinking, oh my God. Because I know the Adam Levine character, he's kind of a douche, and he thinks a lot of himself. And I'm I was just oh my God, Maroon 5. But by God, that was the best concert of the month, because those guys tore it up, and I didn't realize how many Maroon 5 songs are a jam.
Yeah,
they have some good songs.
There's Misery. What was that?
They have a bunch of good ones.
Why can't I think of any of the songs?
Here, well, let's Google. No Reason to Guess. Maroon 5.
I know Misery. I like Misery for the most part.
Girls Like You, Moves Like Jagger, Animals, Payphone. one of my favorite song is maybe it's ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba.
I don't know that one.
Ba-da-ba-ba.
But I think out of all the songs, I think I like Misery.
Yeah, let me go to
From him.
Spotify and do that. And keep talking, Enrique.
But
Stretch the time. I'm
I do
doing the
wish
stretch symbol.
I do wish I did get into concerts more.
You need to find you. Is there a particular genre of music you enjoy?
Not necessarily, no. Like, there's not really. Like, I like rock. I like punk rock. I just like everything.
When you say you like rock, so like what particular song comes to your mind when you think of rock?
Black Betty.
Oh, Black Betty and Bam Whoop, like that. Okay, so you're very old school right now.
Yeah. I'm
What's a new rock song you like?
I can't think of any new ones.
Where do you hear your music from? Is this like that you hear your parents playing or your sister?
Like, for the most part, it's just from a lot of video games. That's where I get.
Sense.
That's where I get most.
Sense.
That's where I get most of my music from.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. When I played Madden, they've always got a string of
We got
hip hop songs, usually some rock songs, and I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good song, and I'd Shazam it.
mhm.
Is Shazam still a thing with the kids these days?
Shazam, as in like the superhero, or
No, the app.
the app. I don't know.
I Shazam frequently. I'm
Oh.
a Shazammer.
Oh, you mean that thing where like you just have?
I hold my phone up
Yeah.
to the music, and of course now with AI,
I never see anyone use it. The only person I've ever seen use it.
I'm the only one keeping Shazam in business.
Yeah, the only person I've ever seen use that is my sister.
Okay,
I've never
me
seen
and your
anyone-
sister are similar in age. It makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've never
like
seen
it's
anyone
like
else.
you just download the app, you tap it,
Yeah,
hold it up to the speaker, and it's like. But now with AI, I think. Oh my God, what's the app where people send messages and they disappear, and it's like that's all it's for, and you know what's going on.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp,
I don't.
Snapchat.
Oh,
Snapchat used
I
to do
forget
it.
that it does that.
Snapchat. Is Snapchat still a thing?
It's been a long time since
I don't have
used it. Like, I don't use it.
But yes, I Shazam because I will listen to TV shows and movies that have music on it that I've never heard before.
Mhm.
I Shazam that rascal. But I think you can just do it with Google or probably most definitely AI these days. I don't know because I don't use those. I only use Shazam. Because you just hold up there and within a few seconds, it's like, oh yeah, this is the song. And then it pulls up, do you want it on Apple or Spotify? And boom, I'm a Spotify guy.
And now, for your pleasure, a board game review.
Let's hard merge into board games.
All right.
So me and Enrique played Distilled. We have discussed this ever so briefly, and
Was it you and Jerry who discussed it
no,
Briefly?
we discussed it
briefly?
after. Yeah, I don't see exactly.
I don't
It
even
was
remember.
so the review, if you even want to call it that, it was so fly by night, last minute stuff. It was the BGS of old where that it didn't get the review it deserved. So, but I liked the game a lot. We all did. We all liked the game. And so when we went to Louisiana a few weeks ago and met up with some of our friends and played games, me and Enrique, I think Jerry and them were playing another game.
Yeah, it was me, you, and
They were playing Moodrakers, and me, you, and Bubba ended up playing Distilled.
Yep.
So Distilled says 1 to 5 players, 30 to 60 minutes, which of course those are always wrong. We played this for
like for
longer than an hour.
yeah.
It's at least an hour and a half.
But then again, it's like I haven't played it in a while. I don't think Bubba ever played
You've
it.
never played it.
And then
That's
it's
true.
been a
I did
while
have to
since-
teach it kind of.
Yeah, so it's like we had to
All
go
right,
through the
fine.
motion.
So I mean, if everybody knows how to play, I think it definitely could be played in an hour if everybody just bam, bam, bam knocks their turns out.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 7 rounds, and players, you have these distilleries, and you're competing to earn the most spirit points. And so there are 3 phases.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, there's the buy phase.
The market phase where you buy your ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
The distill phase where that's the main kind of the heart of the game, where the ingredients you have purchased, you shuffle them together, you decide what you're going to use. And then there's the sell or age phase.
For me, it was just like, it's not a complicated game to learn. It's very simple. You can do either set collection or play into the long game of where you can age your alcohol, of where it'll accumulate points over time. But the only downside to that is that you wouldn't get any money from that.
Yes, money is very tight in this game. You start off, your first round, it's very rare. It can be done, but it's very rare that you would be able to make anything other than vodka or moonshine.
Yeah. For me, it's like you got to choose a path. Either you're going to do more of the kind of short, like set collection, or you're going to want to do the long game of where you're trying to get a bunch of aged alcohol.
Yeah.
Like there's only two ways to win this. But I think the better way to win that game is to do whatever comes out. If there's a lot of things that are more toward you wanting to age your alcohol, go for the aging. If it's more kind of set collection, because there is like collections in this game where there are certain bottles that you can buy that have a particular symbol, and if you were able to get every bottle with this particular symbol, you'll be able to do a set collection, which in turn gives you a set amount of points and all that. But it really depends on how everything is laid out, especially with certain cards that can give you particular abilities to either help you in the market, your distilled, your selling, your aging, and such, or certain ingredients have to come out and certain barrels and all that. But it really just depends on how everything just kind of flushes out for the most part.
Yeah. So, like I said, the crux of the game's that distill phase. Well, I guess they're all the crux because you can't have one without the other. But you have your distillery, and it has places for upgrades in it, and it's people or constructions on how your distillery operates. And they allow you to do little, basically bonuses, or like you get an extra $1 for this or an extra $1 for that, or every time you do this, you get this, those type of things. That's great. Like that's a part of a game that I think it enhances it, but the real bulk of the game is just the market phase, distill phase, and sell phase. And so you're always, this is a part of the game that some little things that took me a while to grasp. When you distill, you have to have water. You absolutely have to have water, yeast, and then a sugar. Without any of those, if you don't have all 3 of those, then you got nothing. You distill nothing. You earn absolutely nothing. You
no
have
money, no victory points, squat, nada.
A whole turn wasted. Now, the good thing about one of the rules that, and it is when it's in the like frequently asked question, like here's things that people often miss. I've done it once each time we've played. As I look down, I'm like, oh my goodness, I forgot to get one of those, the essential 3 items. But at the very beginning of the distilled phase, you can trade in one of your cards of equal or lower value to get a yeast or something essential. And that saved me twice, because that is an actual rule. It's like you look down, you're like, oh, good Lord, I forgot to get this. You can get a yeast or a water is generally the most accessible. So that part is an easy to miss rule. And also the fact that you can only distill one thing each round,
which is kind of mind-boggling to me. But I guess you would have to do it in that way, because then you would have a bunch of freaking money.
And the push your luck portion of this game is when you decide to distill. If you need a specific type of sugar, like I absolutely have to have 3 plant sugars in this. Well, when you distill, you shuffle your cards up, and for a thematic element, apparently, like and when you're brewing whiskey, it's not brewing, you're distilling. When you distill anything, you take off the head and the tail of that distillation, because that's like deadly. Like if you drink it, it can kill you, or will kill you, something. So like, yeah, the first part of the alcohol is deadly, and then I guess the last part is just trash. I don't know. But that symbolizes that. So you take off the top card, the bottom card, and that goes back into your pantry or whatever they call
your
it.
storage unit.
And then whatever's left is what you distill with. So if you absolutely needed 3 plant sugars and you take off, subtract the top card, bottom card, one of those plant sugars might be in there. And so then you can't make the liquor you wanted to make because you only have 2 plant sugars instead of 3. So then it's like, well, how many of these plant sugars do I put in there, or just other random cards to pad your deck so that, there's more of a chance that those 3 sugars will make it through. That's the whole push your luck portion of the game. And for each sugar you do add this like alcohol card too, which is very nice, kind of to help pad your deck. I find it very thematic. I enjoy the upgrades. I enjoy all that stuff you can do. I like the engine building portion of getting your distillery upgraded or hiring some salesmen to help you. I just really it's a very straightforward game. Like you said, Bubba had no problem picking it up. There's a few kind of hard to remember rules, like I mentioned. But other than that, my second time playing, and also it's 7 rounds. It goes by fairly quick. I really like this game.
It is a good game, though. Very good game.
And you played it twice now, and I was wondering, and Jerry didn't play with us the second time, so that's why I wanted to have you on and discuss it with you.
Yeah, but I enjoyed the game. But if I had to give it like a rating or anything, I think it's probably like a 7.
I think that's about right.
Yeah.
It's not blowing you away.
It's thematic and everything, but it's not like it. The gameplay for it, it's fairly simple once you get going.
You're just buying cards, selecting your cards, distill, and decide what you want to sell.
Yeah. It's like, are you going to go for set collection, or are you going to go for aging?
Yeah, so like you can sell, there's several different whiskeys, or I keep saying whiskey. There's several different liquors that you can sell immediately. And then there's several that require aging. And you have 2 open spots to age 2 different things. So you can only distill 1 at a time, but come sell phase, you can sell up to 3, because you could sell the 1 that you just did, and then you could sell the 2 that are in your warehouse aging. And so it kind of depends on, well, are you running low on money? How much do you need? Because again, like Enrique said, the longer you let them age, the more points you get. So it's just, it's a good game. It's very straightforward. It's very thematic. It's all the cards and the player boards and everything are very nice. Yeah, I think a 7 is right, though, because it's not like I don't get super excited, but it's just a solid.
It's like a very, I wouldn't say like an entry game. It's more very intermediate.
No.
What would you say?
There's a lot. I don't know why. I had this game sitting on my shelf for a couple to several years because the rule book was so hard for me and Jerry to understand for some reason. And then I went to Dice Tower Retreat, and the guy there taught it. And once he taught it, I'm like, oh my God, this is not that complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And then going back, I watched a video, and I was like, oh yeah, that helps me remember it. And now I get it. Now, like, it's not that hard at all. It's really not. There's just a few things to remember, and that's like any other game. Oh, and also every time you get your spirit label.
Oh yeah.
And also you have to purchase the recipe. So like you always have moonshine, you always have vodka, but to make any of the others, you have to purchase the recipe. Basically, you're gaining the knowledge of how to make whiskey, how to make rum, how to make gin, all that type of stuff. So that requires a purchase, which also,
money
subtracts your money.
Yeah, you need money.
Everything's
money is tight in this game, though.
A solid game.
It's a good game.
It would never be like my number 1 game, but it would be a game I would always say, yeah, I'll play that.
Yeah, it's not a top 10 game.
No. It's not my top 10.
But it is a good, solid game, though. And what's our next game that we'll be talking about?
And now, for your pleasure, a board game review.
Seismic.
Oh, it is just one. So yeah, it's Seismic. We're here to talk about Seismic.
We're here to talk about Seismic. Well, what is spelled Cysmic? One of the worst decisions of the designer.
Hey, he had to make it unique somehow.
But it makes me think of cyst. The way he did it, like CYS. That's cyst. Was there a cyst in the game?
I don't know, but if you met the guy was kind of weird though. Like I met this guy.
Yeah, you did meet him at a BGG something or other.
It was like in my
got it in
early
my phone.
days. It was in my early days of going to the convention with y'all. I don't know, what was it like?
It was a convention I did not attend. This was
That's
one
right.
that just you and Jerry went to.
That's right. I think it was like what, the second, third one?
I've got the picture. Kill some time while I look for the picture.
But I do remember being super by like I remember walking. It was like super late at night when we first got introduced to this game, and I don't know if we were. I think we were going out to just go grab something to eat, and we passed this table, and it's just this kind of semi-bald man with glasses.
Jason Blake is his name.
Jason Blake. It's been a long time, so my description of
Since
him
I
might
met
be
you.
a little bit inaccurate, but he just started yelling at us. It's like, hey, do you want to play this game with me? It's like, it's a prototype game. It's one of my games. I want to see how people will react playing this game. And me and Jerry just look at each other. It's like, okay, yeah, we might as well. And we're tired. So we come up with this board and we're looking at this board and we realize, oh my God, we're going to be here for like in the morning. And he pulls out these big, gigantic pieces. They were almost the size of my forearm, Gabi. It's crazy how like
They're massive.
they were massive pieces.
Okay, I've overshot your video. I have a picture of you playing it. I thought that Jerry took at that specific one.
I'm pretty sure he took, but I remember playing this game and he started talking about all these rules, and I didn't listen to a single one of them because I was so tired. But I was so interested in playing this game. He got into talking about how the board works, and this was a unique way of playing the game, of where over time this board will start to collapse on you, of where I guess the planet is basically falling apart because corporations and such
No breathing.
have decided to mine this planet to kingdom come. And they have gotten to a point of where it is destabilized and falling apart and about to blow up. So your objective now is to basically...
We're going to go right into it. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
finally.
No, that's good. That's good. I didn't have anything, but just real quick, join our Discord. It's lively. It's a healthy site. Like, there's no people that are going to make you uncomfortable there. And if there are, we'll boot them out. Don't worry about it. Join our Discord, rate and review us, please, on whatever podcast aggregator you listen, whether it's Apple, Spotify. Leave a comment. Email us if you want your words to be said on our podcast or to be a guest. We had Michelle on. She made comments on her Spotify, and then she emailed saying, I'd like to be on the show. It's nice to interact with listeners. So email us, boardgamesnobs@gmail.com. Link in the show notes, as it always is. But anyway, tell us what you think of what we say. We also like feedback. Feedback off what you enjoy, don't enjoy, what we've said, what you think about what we've said. It means a lot. It means a lot to hear that from our listeners, for one thing.
We'll at least listen to 50% of you for the listen time.
And so even like Michelle on our podcast, she was like, it was interesting for her as a therapist. She said, was the episode 401.
Okay.
She kept calling it the intervention.
Yeah.
But it was the one titled We Love You. And she said, I found it interesting from her perspective as a new listener. And I think it's nice to have new listeners, for one. But she said it was nice to have it was interesting to hear a group of men have a honest discussion like that and express themselves. And she was raving about you.
Because I'm so emotional.
And how you kept saying,
I was raised in a good family. I have a stable life. Everyone in my family is mainly sane.
And you were making positive affirmations. You were saying, we love you. We love you. And she was like, that's the core of this whole thing. It's just,
I am literally the epitome of a great family life.
You are.
Family life.
You're very confident.
I wouldn't say confident.
Well, but you seem happy. You seem like a stable person.
That's what
maybe
happens.
Slow developing and as far as licenses go, but
yeah.
to each
I'm
their
a late
own.
bloomer.
All right. Seismic, as Enrique had previously mentioned, it's a modular board game in which you have these asymmetric factions that have different abilities, fighting for dominance or escape as the planet disintegrates. So basically, this game, it took Tim forever to set this game up because it's massive. It's a massive game. The modular board is huge.
Yeah, like you should have saw the prototype copy. It would have taken even.
Was it more than what he had?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Like it's not this size. It's more like this would have been one of the pieces.
Oh, you're talking about
of constructing the shit. This is what you would have been putting into.
Picking up a speaker of mine, a Harman Kardon speaker. It's like basically
like let's say this
tall.
This was the engine or the engine. This is what you would have been slotting in.
That's too much. That's way too much.
That's
ridiculous. Actually,
I might be going overboard with that, but
ridiculous.
It was still like the first time I played it. That's how big these pieces were.
So, I mean, big pieces do not make a game. So I don't know why he's so invested in it.
I don't know. It was
it's cool to look at. So this game version that Tim had, I mean, it had all the bits and pieces, everything was 3D, and it's impressive to look at. Your rocket that you're building, the point of the game is you're finding all these pieces to your rocket. You're finding these blueprints, and once you get the blueprints, then you piece that into a constructed. And I wonder if is that was what Tim had. Was it like a special deluxe edition Kickstarter?
The tower thing?
Yeah.
When I first played it, that's how he had set it.
So I wonder. I don't even know if this game is available. Retail.
I think it was a Kickstarter.
So if it's available, I don't know.
I just know it was kickstarted.
But the one we played with is like you have this rocket and you're trying to build a rocket so that you can blast off from this planet that's disintegrating, because if you don't, then everybody's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And so each of your factions are fighting to launch first. That's the whole game. The real crux of the game is this. You're all dealt the exact same. I think you're dealt the exact same set of action cards, because
yes, yeah,
you didn't have our action cards are the same, but we did have a faction card that amongst all that, it gave us, we have different abilities,
and then different starting resources and all that.
So the thing I did find interesting was the action phase, in which you play two cards at once. So you're going to play a card that you're basically burning, and then the action that you actually want to take. I think we had 10 cards in our hand, so you took 5 actions.
Yeah.
So you're going to burn a card, you turn it upside down, and then the action you're actually going to take, you put on top. So then you lay that down on top of your player board, and that's the action you're going to take that, turn. And that was interesting. And it's like, you're going to recruit there's several different types of soldiers and speakers and miners, and you
excavators.
You need miners to mine that for the material that's basically money in the game.
Let's just call it, because I can't think of what it is, iridium.
Sure. Iridium.
Yeah. I can't think of what the resource is called.
So you're going to mine for iridium, and then every time you mine for it, however many miners you have, like if you have 4 miners, they're basically going to mine 1 apiece. So then you therefore have $4 that you can spend on something in the game.
Yeah. Which is just mainly like more advanced units in the game, because you have the 3 basic of where it's soldiers, miners, and speakers. And then I think there's 2 advanced pieces of where it's excavators and mechs.
I think this game, for the setup and the teardown, as massive as it is,
it was a very simplistic game.
The gameplay is actually pretty simple, because the card you play, you're going to just do whatever it says. You have it basically, when you play the card down, you're going to do a primary and then a secondary action based on a symbol on the card that you've played. So when you play the card, you do whatever on the card, And then there's a symbol at the bottom, an assortment of symbols. And on each card, it's going to be 2 or 3 different ones. And then on your player board, the same with everyone. Like it's going to let you do this, or that. I really like the whole having to choose which cards you're going to use and burn. And then as you play the game, there's these, of course, there's these mitigating decks that you can draw from. And it's like, okay, now you can actually flip over your deck and you can play the other card that you burned in another future turn.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a card I had, actually, I should have used it because when Tim won the game, he launched first. He gathered all his pieces. He launched first. And I had a card that said, whenever somebody another player plays their, face up and face down card, you play this and it forces them to reverse that. So Tim was going to launch. If I had been paying attention, I could have played that and it would have forced him to reverse into whatever was on the bottom, which would not have been launch because you only have one launch card. And so there's that type of stuff, which is, it's fun, but it's also hard for me to keep track of. Whenever you have those games where it's like you gather all these different abilities, like you have this hand of cards, it's like you can do this if this happens, you can do this and this happens. It's like I have a hard time keeping track of for that specific reason. Like I could have stopped Tim from winning at that moment at least.
Yeah.
But I had saw that card, I had acknowledged it, I spoke about it even, and I was like, but as soon as Tim played, I wasn't watching Tim because I was worried about what I'm doing. So whenever he played his thing, I didn't think, oh crap, I should have played this card. Well, that's what I thought later. I'm like, I should have played this card and stopped him.
Yeah, you were bombarding me.
I was going after Enrique because you were closest to me.
It's just, I felt so attacked. I was only a tech genius with my character. I could only tap on my
so
computer.
You have all this massive board, and so you're just sprawling out on it. You have like your main area that your rocket is on, and then from there you sprawl out, and that's kind of like where you spawn from. So if you recruit other people, you spawn around that area. Or there's some other details.
I think the problem with this game is that we played it with 3, and it was just very, very boring for 3 people. I think if it had a little bit more, maybe I don't know how many people that it can play up to. I know it's probably
6.
What,
6 people.
If we could have at least
Good God, I would not have. See,
it would have taken too long then.
Yeah,
now,
no,
5 people,
no
I think 5 people would have been all right. I think 4 would have been just back and forth with whoever's ever closest to us. I think 5 would have been great.
That's the other thing. That's the thing is, this is that type of game where you take your turn and there's nothing for you to do until it comes back around to you. Like they can attack you. You might get engaged in some battles. I did not care for the battling in this game because it's one of those where you roll some dice, but then you play some cards like, oh, now I play my card that negates what you just did, but you can play a card that negates what I just negated. Then I can play a card that negates the negate. And it's like, I hate that crap. I like a straightforward. I know that adds, an element to the game that some people enjoy, but just give me some dice and let me know when I roll this, did I win or not?
Yeah.
I hate the back and forth of the cards because it extends the game out for too long for me.
Yeah. But
I prefer more straightforward battle.
And for the characters, I got a character that was not suited for the amount of people that we had, but it was just, I think the character cards are just also very kind of meh.
Let me overall summarize what we've kind of talked about. You have this planet, you're wanting to blast your ships off, you can attack each other, and when you attack each other, you can take them captive, and then when you take them captive, basically you're going to sell them back for the blueprints that they have stolen from you that you need to launch your rocket. That's basically the quick part of that.
Or you can do the direct.
Or you can hack into them.
Yeah, which you just steal their blueprint.
That's like forcing you to interact, and that's the forced conflict in this game. You either have to attack and battle and take capture and then give them back and trade them for blueprints, or you hack into another person's rocket and then you get your blueprints.
I think a better way is to start cap.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Like once
because
I realized,
it's easy.
because Tim actually tried to hack into you, and he rolled, like, you have to roll your dice for a certain number, and he failed like twice. But battling to me was like, you can build up enough battle where, like, I know I'm going to beat you, so I'm going to get this guy.
I like the map. Where
the map is good.
The map is good where you don't like, you can be at your starting position, and if you want to just go attack your opponent who is like across from you, you can just go backwards and be right there on them.
It's to symbolize that the map is round. So if Enrique is clear across the map from me, instead of going across the physical map, I could just go off the board and then wrap around, and then I'm on Enrique's side.
Yeah.
Kind of like a terraforming Mars map. If it had arrows going off the edges of each side, that I could build over from, anyway, that's.
And I like how the world collapses, though.
That's interesting.
That's what really caught my eye when I first played this game, of where this was a collapsing map.
And anybody that's on that part that collapses is just gone.
I think the only problem is that you have to do a specific movement to actually have it start to collapse. And that's kind of meh. And
I also didn't care for the artifacts that show up.
Yeah,
they added nothing to me.
Those weren't really necessary.
I feel like
they're
that's
just
something
extra things.
He could just take that out. I feel like he just wanted to do so much, and he did. And he tossed it all in there. And for me, it was, when I got done playing, I'm like, it's like I wanted to like it. I liked the action selection part of it with the cards and figuring out which card you're going to burn, which card you're going to use. That's clever. I like that. I hadn't seen that in a game before. I think he just spent most of his money on the production of it with all these massive pieces to make it look super cool. For everything that was there and on the board, it felt unfulfilling for what actually happened. Like,
for me, I think he needs to focus more on the actual theme of the game, of where the world is. It should feel like the world is collapsing. We didn't feel that, like, at the early stage of the game.
No.
And not even in the midpoint of the game, we didn't really feel it. It was like later into the game.
Like I said in our Nemesis recording a few episodes ago, I enjoy being able to tell a story. This is the kind of game I would have thought, oh, so then this happened, and so then we ran back to the ship. The planet under the ship collapsed, and so my ship fell in, and these guys died. But I didn't really get any of that. There was no story to the game.
Yeah.
It was just move these pieces around, collect these things, and try to blast off your rocket ship.
I really wanted to feel like I'm in a world that's collapsing. And I just didn't feel that.
Yeah.
Not until later in the game. But even then, it was
And that's what's interesting when you have an opportunity to play a bunch of big, good games all at the same time. Like, we played Nemesis, you played Arcs, I played Brass, and then we played Cysmic and Distilled. And it's like all these different styles of games. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting to play a bunch of these games, and we still have Revenant that Jerry Kickstarter, and then we have the not all play, good grief, 25th Century's Container, or is it all play? Anyway, I'll lose track of those two. We have Container to play, so we have that to play, and Revenant. Those are the two big ones that we want to play and discuss again.
Yeah, because I don't think I played Container with y'all.
Really?
I don't think I did. No, I can't.
Well, I can consult my BG stats and let you know.
Yeah, I don't think I played.
Henceforth.
I don't think I played this one with y'all. I don't think.
Yeah, let me consult my BG
It don't
stats.
seem familiar to me.
Let me see. Container.
That might have been you, Bubba, and Jerry. Not.
10th Anniversary Jumbo Edition is the one we played. Let's see. Yes, you were there, sir.
Really? What year was this?
2019. So, I don't blame you for not remembering. Yeah, we only played it once. We played the Jumbo Edition, if that tells you anything. Bubba won with 151 points. You came in second, my dear sir.
Oh, dang. I really should remember this.
Okay, so here's the drastic. Oh, this is when Mike McHughes went with us. It was the 5 of us. Bubba had 151. You had 126. I came in third. No, wait. Jerry came in third. Guess his score. From 126, what do you think third would be?
For Jerry? Or
Just in general. So 151, 126, third place is what? Just a general area.
let's say 100.
46.
Dang, what were we doing? Dang.
And then Mike had 37. I came in dead last with 33. So this
what was
is
I doing to get 26?
If I remember, it's an economic game, and it had things that I just didn't quite understand, but it was fun. But we discussed it previously on the podcast because it was at the BGG 2019. I know we discussed it. I'm trying to wonder. I'm going back. I'm like, I wonder if I did actually even like it. It'd be interesting. I need to go back and listen to that.
I need to like find.
But
that
yeah,
really.
you played it and you did quite well, sir.
Dang. Okay.
It's I think it's
I know.
I think it's a bit of a negotiation game. I think. I don't know.
I had to see it played again.
Well, Jerry's got it, so we don't have to wonder what it's like for too much longer. But
all
right. Well, that's Cysmic, a game that I find interesting, but I would not buy it.
It's a 6 at best.
Yeah, it's not great.
It might even be like a 5.
When I got done playing it, I was like, I just don't know how I feel about this.
It's like the combat's basic. The theme is lacking. It's just
no. Well, the theme is there to me.
It's there, but it's lacking.
Okay,
it's lacking.
It's there, but it's lacking.
Like I feel like I should feel the presence of this world.
Okay,
like breaking upon me.
All right. Well, that's our review of Cysmic. It's fine.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's slightly less better than fine.
All right.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for listening. Please rate and review us, whatever aggregate you're listening through, whether it be Apple, Spotify, Podbean, blah, blah. There's 1,000 of them. Email us any of your thoughts and feelings on what we have discussed so that we can discuss those on the episode afterwards. And that's it. Thank you. We love you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.